460 and 140.
So the big one, Queen Elizabeth Stakes, Sydney.
Here at Randwick, particularly with the number of banners on display. A crowd, I would say, in the vicinity of 30,000 people. Octagonal looks as good today as I've ever seen him. Glistening in the coat, rippling muscle. Shane Dyer's ridden the 4 winners today. Valerina, Trader Vic, Interval and Encounter. His confidence will be sky high. And he brings Octagonal into the stalls, followed up by All Our Mob. If he wins today, of course, it will be his 11th Group 1 Octagonal and stake earnings of over $6 million. 2,000 metres, Electronic coming forward, Nasserich, Shah's K, Circles of Gold and Buzz Off for the other horses away from the line. Got a number of people grouped outside the starting point at the 2,000 metres outside the Randwick course, looking through the wire fencing. This race last year won by Shane Dye on Doremus, beating Juggler and Super Slew. Now in goes Shah's K, and that will pave the way for Circles of Gold. Starter Bill Cooper coming along to his stand. Ducks onto the inside rail. And they'll soon be off. Octagonal behaving perfectly in gate 3. Set now. Racing in the Cathay Pacific Queen Elizabeth Stakes, Octagonal jumped about 5th, and the early leader Kingston Bay from All Our Mob and Intergaze. Ocky's right up there, and so too is Electronic. French Resort is not all that far away. 2 or 3 lengths to Nasserich inside Buzz Off from Circles of Gold, and close up Shah's K. To the back of the course, approaching the 1,600 metres, and the New Zealander Kingston Bay is the leader. A length and a half on All Our Mob and Electronic. 2 lengths to Intergaze, pulling a little, a length and a half to French Resort. 3/4 to Octagonal, getting back to a little worse than midfield now. 3 or 4 to Nasserich, 2 to Buzz Off. About 3 further off is Shah's K, and 3/4 the outside Circles of Gold. They're stringing out down the back of the course and racing along to the 1,200 marker. And Kingston Bay, he's really keen to run. He's a length on Electronic. 3 or 4 lengths to All Our Mob, 5 or 6 lengths to Intergaze, 2 to French Resort, a half to Octagonal, who's racing on the outside, just passing French Resort now. A couple to Nasserich, 1 Buzz Off, second last Shah's K, and Circles of Gold is the tail ender. Onto the side they go, approaching the 850 crossing, and the leader Kingston Bay, a length Electronic, 3 lengths to All Our Mob, nice and handy, 6 to Intergaze, 2 lengths to Octagonal, who's made up a little bit of leeway. Further back is Buzz Off, French Resort hard at it from Nasserich and Shah's K, and 2 to Circles of Gold. Onto the 600 marker they come. Kingston Bay, a length and a half Electronic, a similar margin to All Our Mob, 2 lengths to Intergaze and 2.5 lengths to Octagonal, and Dye flicking the champ with a whip as they come round the corner. Kingston Bay first for home from Electronic. All Our Mob is starting to close in, a length to Intergaze, and Octagonal, here he comes on the outside, showing all his characteristic grit and determination. Ocky's coming after Intergaze. Now, third is All Our Mob. It's Intergaze in front, 100 to go. Octagonal can't reach him. The 3-year-old, the baby in the field, Intergaze, is safely holding Octagonal in All Our Mob, and Intergaze wins the Queen Elizabeth. Intergaze beat Octagonal. He's gone out with colours flying by the same token. All Our Mob has run third, followed by Electronic, and then Buzz Off, Kingston Bay, Shah's K, Circles of Gold, French Resort, and last was Nasserich. Intergaze has won the Queen Elizabeth.
Number 10, Intergaze on Super Tab, 450, 150, 6 Octagonal, 120, and 1 All Our Mob, 140.
The trainer, whose daughter Nicole is being married today, will be absolutely delighted, not at the track. And what a double celebration for the Craig family. Congratulations, Rod. I know you'll be tuned in. Wonderful performance. Great effort. Well, as I said, let's firstly check those totes in NSW. Number 10 at 470, 150. 6 Octagonal has returned 120. Number 1 All Our Mob, $1.30. Well, how often do we see it? Hype. One horse basically looked on as a pretty good thing, and over he goes. He had every conceivable chance this afternoon, Octagonal. He loomed up on top of the rise, and I, and probably most of those here at Randwick, in a good position to watch, and those of you watching on television would have thought, here he comes and home he goes. But his run was short-lived, and the 3-year-old who came in particularly well as they do at this time of the year with the colts on 53.5. He was simply too good and scored by 1 1/4 lengths with 2.5 lengths second and third. The time was 2:01.22. 2:01.22. That's bettered Vienda Cross and My Blue Denim's race record of 2:01.7. The fourth went to number 7 Electronic, and the fifth was number 4 Buzz Off. As I said, past the post, he's gone down with colours flying by the same token octagonal. But let's take nothing from Into Gaze. Disappointing to all and sundry in the Derby when he got into trouble. All and sundry, his connections and those that backed him, and by gosh, hasn't that Derby form shapen up. Into Gaze by Integra from Temper Gaze, a 3-year-old chestnut colt trained by Rod Craig for C. Lee, L. Andriazza, W. Manicus, R. McDowell and Pete Chin. And I suppose when you think about it too, he might have been something beaten in the Rose Hill Guineas when that horse broke down. Craig had to make his run before he wanted to. And he's been able to win this afternoon and win start 17, win number 5. Octagonal by Zabeel from 8 Carat, a brown horse for John Hawkes, Shane Dye, and All Our Mob by What a Guest from All Sold, Chestnut Gelding 7, Gay Waterhouse, Chris Muntz. The leading rein attached to Into Gaze by John Jeffs, racecourse manager. Some of the owners will be coming down now to lead him in. Octagonal is coming back with one of the clerks of the course. And, well, Into Gaze and young Craig Carmody getting a great hand, but so too is Octagonal Shane Dye. Shane waving his whip, patting the big brown on the rump, and certainly he's been beaten, but in no way disgraced. And all I will say now, after the octagonal hype is all over, Ockie, we salute you. You've done a marvellous job, and if you only knew, fella, what's ahead of you, a marvellous life at the Woodlands Hilton making babies. Good luck to you. Here it takes. Number 10 Into Gaze, $4.70, $1.50. 6 Octagonal, $1.20. 1 All Our Mob, $1.30. The Quinella, $5.10, $5.10. Exacta, $11.90, $11.90. The Trifecta, $20.40, $20.40. The extra double, 2 and 10, paid $8.80, $8.80. Shane Dye bringing Octagonal, the second horse, over to the outside of the enclosure, giving those lucky enough to be able to lean over the fence a chance to pat the champion. What a nice gesture. It's shades of a champion football team that's just won a grand final doing a lap of honour. We'll take a break and back with more.
Okay, let's update Adelaide.
John Tep after this race. But here is John.
And Free Success on the inside was the first to jump out from Proposer Toast, and Napier Street began well. Just in behind the Marine Boy and Ben Cowan, and down the outside Kiwi Golfer, followed by Lucknow Fox, Bullwinkle, dropping back in the field with Lady Peregrine and dropping out to last Exciting Ranch. Down past the judges' box, a lap left to go, and Ben Cowan on the inside has joined Kiwi Golfer in the lead, a length and a half to Napier Street, getting into the box Cedar, a length and a half Private Income, followed by Lucknow Fox. Back along the inside, Proposer Toast in company with Bullwinkle. They're followed by Sun Classic over on the inside, then Free Success, Marine Boy, Lady Peregrine, and Exciting Ranch was bringing up the rear as they go past the 1600 metre mark, and Ben Cowan showing out by length to Kiwi Golfer. A length and a half further back, Napier Street, 2 lengths away, Private Income, followed by Lucknow Fox. A half length to Bullwinkle is pulling a better. He's followed closely by Proposer Toast on the inside of Sun Classic. A length and a half, Free Success, Marine Boy, Lady Peregrine second last as they go down the back, and last of all Exciting Ranch past the 1300, and Ben Cowan sliding along by a length and a half in advance of Kiwi Golfer. A similar gap further back, third Napier Street travelling well, followed by Lucknow Fox, who's on the inside of Private Income. 2 lengths further back in the field, Proposer Toast in company with Bullwinkle. A length and a half, Sun Classic behind them. Exciting Ranch commencing a move. Free Successes dropping back, being passed by Lady Peregrine, and pulled to the outside 3 deep as Marine Boys. They run down the hill at the 900. It's still Ben Cowan making play over a length to Kiwi Golfer. Private Income on the outside of Napier Street, pushing up on the inside as Lucknow Fox, followed by Bullwinkle. Then Proposer Toast, Exciting Ranch, Sun Classic behind them, followed by by Free Success, Marine Boy and Lady Peregrine. Coming around the home turn with about 700 metres left to go. Still Ben Cowan. Now about to be tackled by Kiwi Golfer, who moved up quickly, and Bullwinkle is coming to the picture with a quick run. Being followed by Napier Street, who's being pushed along on the outside. Private Income and Sun Classic. Very deep, exciting ranch, and they're followed by Lucknow Fox as they straighten up where Kiwi Golfer had slipped away at the 400 metre mark. It's Kiwi Golfer, 2 lengths to Bullwinkle. Coming down the outside, Napier Street, Private Income is there. Ben Cowan behind them, Lucknow Fox and Proposer Toast is finishing on. Kiwi Golfer is the leader with 250 left to go. Napier Street is knuckling down to his task. He's running on well, and Proposer Toast and Marine Boy flashing down the outside. It's Napier Street taking the lead, but on the outside, Proposer Toast and Marine Boy as they go to the line. Marine Boy on the outside, Marine Boy, or on the inside, Napier Street just ahead of Proposer Toast, followed by Lady Peregrine, Lucknow Fox, and behind them at the head of the others would be Private Income, followed next by Kiwi Golfer. Exciting Ranch further back, followed next home by Free Success, Bullwinkle. Next to last there is Ben Cowan, and last of all, Sun Classic. Marine Boy finishing very strongly. And Napier Street here. Let's have a look at the final stages. Given plenty of time to settle down. Here's Marine Boy coming in on the outside. Napier Street just in front of the going to the post. Marine Boy coming at him on the outside. Here they are going to the post. Oh, it's fought back, Napier Street on the inside. And Marine Boy in a tight one. And number 3 gets it. Napier Street has held on. Number 3, Napier Boy, or Napier Street has fought back to beat Marine Boy. Great go there. Napier Street at $5.10. Didn't look to be travelling all that well on the home turn, but he certainly got down to his task over the final 200 metres, and Marine Boy coming at him, but he's just held on. In a tight finish there, it is Napier Street, number 3 at $5.10 and $1.90, defeating number 9, Marine Boy, $1.60 and 2/3. Proposer Toast at $2 in the Malua handicap.
Ticking away a bit toey. They're off. Winkley Dancer may have well ticking away, was very quickly into stride with Fast Pack. Lesbion got out quickly, but the rider immediately grabs hold of it as Fast Pack goes to the lead. My Mate Socks wider out. Young Mr. Grace now whips around the outside of his stablemate. Winkley Dancer, Nefertiti Sands were behind them, and they were followed by Pentel Girl and Eildon Road from Dickens and Rhythmic Exchange, and Fire Engine Jim is back last of all. So they come down the grandstand side, just under 1,900 metres to travel in Fast Pack. Going along like a jumper's flat at the moment. Reefing and ripping is ticking away, not content with this speed. Third is Young Mr. Grace on the outside of Winkley Dancer. A length and a half net of TD Sands, followed then by Lesbion, Pentel Girl, Eildon Road, Dickens, and then My Mate Socks, and back at the rear, Rhythmic Exchange and Fire Engine Jim back with him. Over the crossing at the 1,600 metre mark in the St Ledger, and Fast Pack the leader, quickened up a little bit now and shot out to lead by 6 lengths, ticking away in second place. Young Mr. Grace third. Here's Eildon Road making a move. He goes to the outside. Back on the fence, Winkley Dancer. 3/4 of a length then. Dickens going up now to make a line of 3. A length and a half, Nefertiti Sands. A neck back then to Lesbion. A couple away then to My Mate Socks as they go to the 1,200. Then Pentel Girl third last. Fire Engine Jim second last. And Rhythmic Exchange the last one. Along the back in the direction of the 1,000 metre mark, Fast Pack still the leader. Out about 2.5 lengths, Eildon Road, about 4 away, third ticking away. Winkley Dancer gets up on the inside of him, a length and a half, Dickens. Then Young Mr. Grace back on the rail. Lesbion hasn't made a move yet. He was followed by Nefertiti Sands from My Mate Socks, Fire Engine Jim, Rhythmic Exchange, and Pentel Girl now drops out to last. Down the side in the St Ledger, and Fast Pack is coming back to them quickly. Eildon Road's got him. Ticking away, goes up to make a line of 3. Dickens makes a line of 4. Lesbion makes a line of 5. Then Winkley Dancer. Young Mr. Grace hard at it from My Mate Socks. Nefertiti Sands. Fire Engine Jim, Rhythmic Exchange. Pentel Girl is last. 350 to go in the St Ledger. Lesbion went up quickly to tackle Eildon Road. Under his mighty weight, ticking away, he's battling on. They've got it between them, a 3-horse war. It's Lesbion, though, putting his head in front. Ticking away in Eildon Road. Lesbion, and ticking away comes again. A bob of the head, but Lesbion has won it a neck to ticking away a mighty run. Eildon Road third. They were followed by Winkley Dancer, the rest outclassed. Dickens, Fast Pack, Fire Engine Jim, Nefertiti Sands, Young Mr. Grace, My Mate Socks, and then Pentel Girl and Rhythmic Exchange back with her. Too good for them. Lesbion beaten by Ticking Away in the Launceston Cup and has turned the tables today. 6, 1 and 2 it'll be after the St Ledger, with Lesbion third in the Launceston Cup this year to Ticking Away, and Vaudeville Piper. And Graham, while you're there, the Larters send their warmest regards. They're loving to see you back on the screen today.
Oh, thanks for that, Pete. That's very nice of them. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, champ. Good to hear your voice too. Let's be on. $3, $1.50. Ticking Away and Eildon Road, 6-1-2, race 6 at
White hoops, red cap. Racing away in a beautiful line too. Lion Hunter actually got the best of it. Ruffles racing the Queenslander. A length away third is Unison, followed by Mahogany. Nice and handy on the fence, then Flavour. Monopolised Clang at Eastern Star. They race on past the 900. Lion Hunter joined and headed by Ruffles on the inside. She's racing very fiercely, Ruffles. Over that crossing at the 850 goes Ruffles. A length and a half, nearly 2 lengths Lion Hunter. Mahogany by G. It's run to suit the Melburnian. He's travelling third. Unison fourth on the outside, and 3 lengths to Clang and Flavour, followed by Monopolise, and Eastern Star run off its feet, travelling to the corner, and Ruffles 2 lengths clear as they come round the corner from Lion Hunter. Mahogany another 2 lengths away third, a length to Unison, followed by Clang very wide out, and Flavour closer to the inside, and a couple of lengths Monopolise in the straight and down to the 250. And Hall pops the question to Mahogany. It's out after Ruffles very quickly. Hall hasn't moved on Mahogany. Now he shakes up the Melburnian. He quickly put paid to Ruffles. 2 lengths further back, Clang, Flavour. Forget about Monopolise, but Mahogany is outclassing them. And Mahogany wins the inaugural endeavour. Nearly 2 to Ruffles, third Clang, fourth Flavour, fifth Monopolise. Then Eastern Star, Unison, and Lion Hunter stopped so badly he finished at the tail of the field.
Super Tab 1, Mahogany, 220, 140. Number 5, Ruffles, to pay 220, and 7 for third, Clang, to return 220.
Fighting fee nice and easily on that one. $2.30 and 130. Number 5, Ruffles, second. Battled on well after ripping and tearing early. Wanted to go like mad. $2.20. And number 7, Clang, third, written by Jim Cassidy. And it'll pay a dividend of $2.20 as well. Mahogany, win number 18 from 38 starts, 7 seconds and 4 thirds. And today's prize of $170,000 you can tack on to Mahogany's $3,392,568. Lee Friedman for Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd Williams and Mr. and Mrs. Kerry Packer, a Brown Gilding 6 Last Tycoon, Al Shandiga, and Greg Hall, of course, in the saddle. Those numbers official: Ruffles second by Zetative Paris Miss, 4-year-old Chestnut Mare Max Lee, Shane Dye, and Clang by Bellotto, Sudden Impulse, Brown Cold 3, John Hawkes, Jim Cassidy. Number 6, Flavour, the official 4th place getter. They've run 109.16, of course, being the inaugural running. That'll stand as a race record. Track record's 108.7, and we'll have the sectional time shortly. No totes are available at this point.
Okay.
And Octagonal is farewelled before that massive crowd at Randwick. And there it is on this wonderful day. And the ups and downs of racing, they continue, with Occy being beaten in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes, if you've just walked into your favourite pub or club. Intergay's winning, and a great ride by Craig Carmody, who's had his ups and downs, as John Tapp pointed out earlier on. But there you go. All right, we'll take a break. Back with John Russell for the next at Sandown in a moment.
The racing. Coltar missed it about a length and a half. Elegancy outrunning. Permai going with it with Helsingborg, and they push up to keep Elegancy out 3. 2 lengths further back. Scrub very hard. 4th early. Mecky on the outside of it. Dry Humour now 5th as Elegancy crosses over and leads them up now. And the favourite went to the front, Elegancy, by 2 lengths to Permai, and on the outside Helsingborg. 2 further back. Mecky inside. Dry Humour. 3 further back in the race then Petrify. On the fences Southridge, 1 to Just Nelson, then Coltar. Further back in the race Royal Discard. 2 to Raw Snack, and 2 hard ridden at the moment, All Inquiry. 650 out. Elegancy backs the speed off in front, about a half. Permai outside it, and Helsingborg is 3 out, about 2 lengths further back in the race. Mecky on the inside of Dry Humour. Royal Discard scouting deep around Petrify from Just Nelson. Southridge, Coltar, Royal Snack at All Inquiries. 400 to go. They straighten up in the leader, Elegancy. 3/4 in front of the filly. Permai going up on the outside and gets to Elegancy quickly now. Permai took the lead from Elegancy. Then Helsingborg, Royal Discard, Dry Humour, and further back Just Nelson. Permai in front down to the 150 metre mark. Raced over over a length in front. Elegancy is fighting back. Dry Humour late on the outside. Permai's got a good break. Elegancy fighting back, but Permai in front, and Permai scored a half length. I reckon Dry Humour may grab second from Elegancy on the line. Further back, that all inquiries out late. Then Royal Discard Mecky from Just Nelson. Further back in the race, Coal Tar, followed further back by Petrify, a Gap Royal Snack, and then Helsingborg and Southridge didn't come on. It's near the tail.
Number 6 Permai, 520, 210, 5 Dry Humour, 380, and 2 Elegancy, 160.
6 Permai, 520, 210, 5 Dry Humour to return 440, and 2 Elegancy to return 180. Correct weight Perth, correct weight the Gold Coast, also on the numbers 174 at the Gold Coast. Now we have the Daily Double for Melbourne.
They're racing in the Emancipation Stakes in combination from the inside away best. Admiring Glances jumped nicely, so did the favourite Alma Zayun, and right up there early is Late Night Fun, and then comes Hello Dal, Ken Bell, followed by Ballater, Tambor, and out off the track is Bravo Zulu, followed by Shindig, and Tread Avon back at the tail of the field. They race along towards the 1200 marker, and Di has no hesitation in taking Alma Zayun clear. She opens up by a length and 3/4 Admiring Glances, third Late Night Fun, then Hello Dal, Ballater, combination Ken Bell, then Tambor and Bravo Zulu, 2 lengths to Shindig, and 3/4 Tread Avon. They're really starting to stretch right out now, and coming onto the 850, the free-going daughter of Danehill, Alma Zayun, by 2.5 now. Travelling second, Admiring Glances, then Late Night Fun holding the fence from Hello Dull. A length to Ballater, a similar margin Ken Bell, and then combination Tambor, Bravo Zulu, hard ridden. Shindig is second last, and 2 lengths to Tread Avon down to the corner. 550 to go, and it's Alma Zayun making play. She's about 2 lengths Admiring Glances. Late Night Fun third, then Hello Dull, followed by Ballater, Ken Bell, and combination the imported mare is next around the corner. Alma Zayun first for home, and up the rise she comes, a half Admiring Glances. Hello Dull joining in, and Ken Bell is further out. Di about to get stuck into Alma Zayun. Admiring Glances, there's threatening big danger. Then Ken Bell, Late Night Fun, and Hello Dull, but it's Alma Zayun. She's finding plenty. Admiring Glances can't get her, and it's Di again. 5 for Shane. Alma Zayun from Admiring Glances. Third was Ken Bell, and then Hello Dull, Tread Avon, combination Late Night Fun, and then Shindig, Bravo Zulu, Ballater, and Absolute was Tambor.
Super tab there, 5 Alma Zayun. 280, 160 favourites home. 4 Admiring Glances, 250, and 1 Ken Bell, 170.
Number 4, second Admiring Glances, Rod Quinn, has returned 250. And number 1, Ken Bell, written by Brian York, will be third at $1.80. Time for the race was 135.99, 135.99. That's only .99 outside Romany Conti's race record. She's by Danehill from Louisiana. Alma Zayun, a Bay Filly 3. Gay Waterhouse very confident about her prospects when interviewed on Racing Radio in Sydney this morning, and is raced by H.E. Nasser Luta, as the numbers 5-4-1 are official. And what a carnival it's been for Gay and Nasser Luta, with, of course, the pair combining to win the Doncaster with Secret Savings. 5, 4, and 1 Admiring Glances by Covetous from Valencia, a 5-year-old chestnut mare, Brian Smith, and number 1, Ken Bell, third, probably anchored a little by the big weight by Ken Mare, Gilt Kingdom, Bay Mare 4, Kevin Robinson. Number 2 ran 4th, that was Hello Dull, and 10 ran 5th, Tread Avon. 135.99. Here's Tony with the sectional.
2 set and racing this time. Looked to be a pretty reasonable sort of a start. Difficult to sort out an early leader. Currency Bros and now Ministerial King coming across them will oblige, and Royal Line is into a nice spot early. Fly with Eagles goes to second behind Ministerial King as they negotiate the turn to take them into the far side, and Wingfoot goes to third. Further back behind them, Not On Friday, Royal Line, and off the track Gake War. They're going to the 1600 a length in front of the Townie. Currency Boss top rating wide, and over on the inside Trialpin. Further back then came Scrupulous. They were followed 1 length away by Swift Zapper. Another length off to Brindabella Blue, being joined by Rubilda. Pace is pretty steady as they go by the 1400, where it's Ministerial King showing the way by 3 to Wingfoot. 3 lengths away then Gake War, who gets in at the expense of further back then Fly with Eagles. Royal Line is 5th about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead, and with it the Townie Not On Friday the rail. Currency Boss was next, and they were followed by Top Rating. Further back in the field then came Trialpin from Scrupulous, and further back to Swift Zapper, and Swift Zapper I should say, and they were followed by Rubilda, who's last and just inside of it, and ahead of it Brindabella Blue. Ministerial King comes down the side by a length and a half clear. Wingfoot looks to be travelling well second, 2 lengths to Gate War, followed then by the Townie, Fly With Eagles and Royal Line. And then just in behind them on the rail is Not On Friday from Top Rating and Currency Boss. Further back behind those Scrupulous, followed then on the inside by Trialpin. And as they come around the home turn at the 600, one of the last is Rubilda, and second last just inside of it and ahead of it was Brindabella Blue. As they turn for home though, the leader still is Ministerial King. Wingfoot comes after it quickly, then came Fly With Eagles. To the outside, Royal Line has asked his question. There in the centre was Gate War, followed further back but Not On Friday, trying to thread a way through, but Royal Line has raced after Wingfoot. Fly With Eagles in the centre's going with them. Down to the 200 metres, this is not over yet. Fly With Eagles is worrying this favourite Royal Line. In fact, he's got him beaten, I think. Royal Line is trying to go with Fly With Eagles. He can't, and down the outside, Scrupulous, the Cup winner. Scrupulous comes at Fly With Eagles, and Scrupulous, the former Adelaide Cup winner, has won from Fly With Eagles. Royal Line in 4th placing Top Rating Not On Friday. They were followed further back behind those then by Trialpin running on from Brindabella Blue, then Gate War, Currency Boss with Zapper. Further back, the other three a long way back, the Townie, Ministerial King and Rubilda.
Moving up at Ascot, Scrupulous the winner, 8.52.20. Fly With Eagles 2.80, $1.34 Royal Line, 1.11 and
slow to get going was Twill. Twill stayed in the gates, missed at 3 lengths. At out fast Golden Sound. Princess Cara getting up on the inside and Distinct showing speed. Impulsive behind those from Flaming Heart. From the outside, Bracken Bank is starting to push forward up about 5th on the outside. Then Karma Biting, Caramia Star. Further back, Tower Seal deep around Bel Belotto. Further back on the inside, Tippy. 2 lengths, Timpanet, and the last couple, Twill and Kimior at the 1,000-metre mark. Distinct in front. Flaming Heart up on the outside is fired up outside this leader now. 2 lengths further back, Golden Sound. Princess Cara the fence, a length into Bracken Bank. It's running 5th on the outside of Impulsive. 1.5, Caramia Star. Karma Biting locked away midfield. The rail, Tower Seal 3 out, a length and a half further back, Tippy. Then on the inside would have been Twill. Further back in the race in Bel Belotto. The last 2 before the turn, Timpanet, and last of all, Kimior. It's Flaming Heart going up on the outside of Distinct when they come to the home turn with about 550 metres to go. 2 lengths further back in the race, Bracken Bank eased out with Golden Sound inside it from Princess Cara. Further back in the race, Impulsive, Karma Biting getting into the clear with Caramia Star and Tower Seal at the 300. Distinct just in front on the outside. Bracken Bank is coming after it quickly. Bracken Bank hands and heels at the front from Distinct. Impulsive getting up inside Bracken Bank. Now Karma Biting into the clear. Bracken Bank in front. Impulsive after it with 100 to go. Bracken Bank ahead in front of Impulsive. Then Karma Biting. Bracken Bank, Impulsive fighting back. Bracken Bank may have just won this from Impulsive. Heads are out of sync though. 3 away. 3rd in the race is Karma Biting. They're followed further back by Bel Belotto. Then Distinct, Tower Seal, Timpanet, Princess Cara, Caramia Star, Kimior, Golden Sound. Well back, Flaming Heart knocked up. And the last couple in the race would have been Twill back there with it.
Number 1, Bracken Bank in a photo, 670, 220, 7 Impulsive, 1160, 340, 6 Karma Biting for 3rd, 190.
Super Tab, 1 Bracken Bank, 740, 260. Number 7 Impulsive to return 390, and 6 Karma Biting, $1.70. Possibly 176 there. Will be a photo though on the last race 8 in Melbourne. Back to that Adelaide.
They're off in the last. Night After and Drog Heater go back towards the tail of the field, and Burrito shows the way, taken on by Just a Printer. 3rd Flinders Street, and Super Sleu's right up there but very wide 4th and 5th Cheshire. 2 to ask the way to then Drog Heater. Romantic Ace improving, followed by Soup Kitchen, Jamia Night After. Here's the Prince at Absolute as Fact or Fiction, 1200 to go, and Just a Printer runs to the front clearly now from Burrito. 3rd Flinders Street, then Cheshire. Super Sleu not having a lot of luck, pretty wide out but not as deep as Soup Kitchen. Then Ask the Waiter, followed by Romantic Ace and Drog Eater. About 2.5 then to Jamia, who's travelling on the outside from Here's the Prince Night After and 2 to Fact or Fiction. They race onto the side and go towards that 850 crossing. They're playing chop and change for leadership here, with Burrito again taking it narrowly from Just a Printer. Cheshire inside of Flinders Street, a length Soup Kitchen, 2 to Super Sleu getting a bit closer. closer to the rails. From Ask the Way to Romantic Ace, there must be 4 or 5. Drogheda, Jamia, 2. Here's the Prince. About 3/4 to Night After and 3 to Fact or Fiction. Racing to the corner. Diaboard Burrito looking for 6 winners today. And Burrito swings a half length to a neck. Just a Print of Cheshire. Followed closely then by on the outside Flinders Street, and Super Slew is starting to join in quickly now. Here he comes. Burrito, Just a Print, claim by Super Slew, and then Ask the Way to Soup Kitchen, Flinders Street, Cheshire, Romantic Ace, Super Slew in front. 100 to go. He's about 3/4 Just a Printer. Ask the Waiter on the outside. Super Slew ridden for dear life. He's going to hang on, I'd say. Yes! Super Slew. They'd asked the weight. I think Romantic Ace might have nailed Just a Printer for third, and then came at the head of the rest Burrito, Flinders Street, Cheshire. Here's the Prince, Soup Kitchen, Night After, Fact or Fiction, Jamia, and tailed off was Drogheda.
1 Super Slew, Super Tab, $5, $2. 11 Ask the Waiter, $6.20. 5 Romantic Ace, $2.90.
Landing some very big bets, $4.70 and $1.90. Number 11. Ask the Waiter, written by Craig Carmody, has paid $5.10, and Romantic Ace, in a slogging go, could have nailed Just a Printer for third. It's a bit hard for me to get the line on the noses here because we've had Super Slew in the middle.